The wheels and tires. So when the wheels and tires are connected to the axle, and they help support the weight of the vehicle and its cargo or the people that you're transporting. Now, the tire is also affixed to the wheel and it grips the road. So the two major types of wheels and rim assemblies that's used in most trucks or tractor trailers or vehicles are spoke wheels, which spoke wheels has 3 to 5 large spokes held onto the wheel with wheel studs and nuts and rims that look like a donut. Now, the rim is held onto the wheel with wedges and lug nuts that holds the wedges tight. One sign of an issue with these wheels is that it'll indicate or show the wedges have been sliding off the rim. Then you have disc wheels. Disc wheels look like hair tire and it has 10 lug nuts holding them onto the wheel. Now, rims are either hub piloted or stud piloted. The difference is how the rim is actually lined up on the hub itself. So you have hub piloted disc wheels. This uses the center of the hub line the rim up, and it uses flag lug nuts and hoses, such as the center of the hub is lining the rim up to the wheel. Whereas the stud pilot disc wheels uses only the lug studs and the nuts and hoses are tampered. So as the lug is tightened, it pulls the rim into position. These are the types of disc wheels depending on the type of vehicle that you are driving. And for wheels, a major defect is found during a pre-trip or during the day. So if it's found during a pre-trip or during the day, such as a bent rim that is not affected or the tire mounting, it should be written up on the DVIR for that day. And other serious defects or malfunctions must be reported and addressed before operating the vehicle. So if you suspect or notice a problem during that inspection, you also need to specifically check a crack running from or to the lug hole or from the lug hole to handhold. The lugs that are loose enough that you can see shiny metal or new rust where the lug nut is against the rim. And that is also a sign of a cross-threaded nut. So these are the things you need to specifically check because those are signs that will indicate that it is a serious defect in the wheels. Then you have the tires. There are 2 types of tires in use. You have bias and radial. So bias tires, they're tougher and they typically are used in special situations. Whereas radial tires, they provide a better wear and fuel mileage. This is most commonly used in the industry. Radial tires are most commonly used in the industry. So there are several different treads and patterns that provides different tractions. For example, steer tires will have directional tread, which is for the steering tires, and it gives better control, while the drive tires will have deeper lugs, more side-to-side grooving, and larger grooves to provide and give extra better driver traction. And this is especially when starting to move the vehicle itself. But regardless of any type of tire, the goal is the same. Use your goal. Get out and look. You want to inspect them, take care of them, and key tire issues must be inspected and dealt with by checking the inflation, the condition, and the tread depth. Now note, a catastrophic failure, a tire blowout, can lead to losing control of the vehicle. It can lead to damage to your vehicle and other vehicles. That's why it's important to check all of these parts, especially the tires as well. Now, you also have to check the tire inflation, make sure it's properly inflated because it's crucially important. Underinflation, meaning if your tire is not inflated enough, if it's underinflated, that can increase the tread wear and it reduces the lifespan of your tires. And it's the most common reason for blowouts, with the sidewall damage being the second most common reason. Now, overinflation can damage the tires and reduce your ability to stop efficiently and effectively as well. That's why you want to consult or check with your vehicle's owner's manual for the proper inflation for the vehicle that you're driving, because it must be inflated to the manufacturer's specification. Then tire pressure should be checked regularly by using an accurate gauge when the tire is cool, because if the tire is hot, the pressure reading of that tire will be higher. And hot refers to having it being driven down on the road, or the tire has been heated up by the contact on the road. Then a tire mounting system may notify or let you know that the tire pressure falls to a predetermined level. So that's if your vehicle has one. Now, another type allows the driver to see the pressure in all tires or the tire selected on the control panel. Now note, if you do check a heated tire and the pressure is higher than recommended, do not release any air. You want to wait until the tire is cool to check again. So that way you can get a better reading, an accurate reading, and you're checking it safely. Then when you're inspecting the tires, it's required by the FMCSRs, the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Regulations, and you can check that in section 392.7. And it states that a driver must be satisfied that the vehicle's tires are in good working condition prior, which is before driving the vehicle. So before driving the vehicle, the driver, the professional driver, you must be satisfied with the vehicle's tires and that they are in good working condition before you drive the vehicle. Now, the appropriate tire condition and tread depth is also addressed in the FMCSRs, specifically in section 393.75. And that states that if you may not drive your vehicle if a tire has any of the following defects. So, such as if the body, ply, or belt material is exposed to the tread or sidewall, if any tread or sidewall separation, if it's a bulging sidewall that can lead to a blowout, if the tire, if it has a flat or it has an audible leak that you can hear it, like air seeping out, if a tire has a cut that expends the plow or the belt metal, these are some of the defects. Now, also it states in the FMCSR section 393.75, any tire on the front wheels must have a tread groove pattern depth of at least 4/32 seconds of a tread depth. So any tire on the front wheels must have a tread groove pattern of at least 4/32 seconds of an inch tread depth when you're measuring at any points of a major tread groove, while all of the other tires must have a pattern tread depth of at least 2/32 seconds of an inch when it's measured in a major tread groove. In other words, front tires must be at least 4/32 seconds of tread depth, while all other tires must be 2/32 seconds of tread depth. And note, do not operate the vehicle until the defects have been corrected. So if you're finding these defects during the pre-trip, en route, which is on the road, trip, if that problem is found during the post-trip or a tire is rounded to be approaching to the tread wear limit, then you want to make sure that it's recorded and noted on the DVIR. Hey, BET Trainer here. Listen, if you really had true value out of this video, go ahead and click that like button and share some honest comments about this video, because this is going to help other people as well see the video and get the value information, so that way they can be inspired by what you're doing right now as well. So also, if you want to get the latest updates, go ahead and click the subscribe button, so then you can be able to always be updated on the next instant video that will be put out. So again, go ahead and do that. And this video was sponsored by BET Life Services and CDL for Life.